defense would like to call 70 to the stand.
Will the witness please stand to be sworn in by the bailiff?
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
My name is Sungi. I was born in New York and I lived in Manhattan for most of my life. With my spouse Sean, when his mother died, we both moved to Florida, but we have interest in going back to New York.
Are you the only one who wants to sell land?
No, several other people want to sell their land.
What did McGee do to obstruct the selling of your farm?
We had a big scandal with the city council and it scared away our buyer.
How did Jessie react to you telling her multiple times about her fence?
She initially got angry, said I was about to sabotage her because I didn't want to take her word for it for the land.
What did you see the evening before the accident while driving past Spring Garden Farms?
I saw a hole in the fence and it looked very damaged.
What did you do after seeing the hole?
I called Jessie, but it didn't answer.
No further questions, Your Honor. Thank you. Defense. Was that the defense? Prosecution.
Is it true Jessie McGee wanted to buy your land?
Yes.
Is it true that Mr. McGee expressed distaste towards you and your woman keeping your land?
Yes.
Is it true that you threatened to open the gate for Mr. McGee's animals?
Yes.
Did Mr. McGee express any type of hatred towards you and your business partners prior to the accident?
Yes.
Did you call Jessie McGee the day of the accident?
Yes.
Did you call to tell him of the damage done to his fence?
Yes, but he didn't answer.
Is it true that you followed up that call?
Yes, I left a voicemail.
Is it true that you saw Mr. McGee's black bull standing near the hole in the property?
Yes.
Is it true that Mr. McGee came up to you and accused you of trying to turn the farm into a quote commuter neighborhood?
Yes.
Is it true Mr. McGee has organized town hall meetings opposing you and your business partners?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Great. You may step down. Defense, you may call your third witness.
The defense would like to call Wesley Wall to the stand.
Will the witness please stand to be sworn in by the bailiff?
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Please tell the jury a little bit about yourself.
I am 47 years old and I live in Bryan County. I went to community college and got my associate's degree in criminal justice. I was then hired by Spartan City Police Department and put through the Criminal Justice Academy. After that, in 2012, I accepted the A position as deputy under the old sheriff. And in 2016, I got elected as the new sheriff as he retired.
How are you connected to this case?
I was called, on March 23rd, 2022, I was called to the scene by one of our dispatchers. I was told about how they got 2 calls regarding an accident on State Road 377, where a bull got hit by one of the 2 cars at the scene.
What time was it when you arrived at the scene?
When I arrived at the scene, it was around 9:03 a.m.
What did you see when you exited your patrol car?
I saw Casey Moore still in her minivan and Mel Hennett standing by the vehicles in the road. I also saw the bull laying down in the front of Hennett's vehicle.
What did you do after seeing the bull?
I called Jesse McGee and told him about what I knew about the bull and the accident. I told him that someone needed to get over here fast.
What did Mr. McGee do when he arrived?
We had unfortunately enthusiased the bull and put it down.
What damage was present to the 2 cars?
Mel's hidden car had damage done to his front and rear, while Casey Moore's minivan only had damaged his front.
What did you do after investigating the damage to the vehicles?
I was not very clear on how the damage happened, so I decided to question the two drivers' individuality.
What did Mel Hinnant tell you?
Hinnant told me that the van had rear-ended them and claimed that they had stopped for him over one push Hinnant's car into the animal. Hinnant had told me that they were traveling around 45 miles per hour at the time of the collision.
What did Casey Moore tell you?
Moore had told me that after going over the little rise, they had seen Hinnant's car stopped in the middle of the lane. They had also claimed that before hitting Hinnant's car, the bull laying on the road and the car a little sideways from the impact. Moore had told me that they were traveling around 45 miles per hour at the time of the collision and the same speed that Hinnant was traveling.
What did you do after questioning the two?
About that time, Deputy Dozy had arrived on the scene and I had him make a drawing of the accident scene, marked that as Exhibit 6. He had also taken pictures of the scene and the vehicles using his mobile phone.
When you reviewed the file that you prepared for your statement, what was missing?
We couldn't find the exact place where the bull escaped, but we have found 3 breaks that could be it. One near the accident, the recently repaired brake, and the one Hunter Brown found near Reynolds Road.
When you reviewed the file that you prepared for your statement, what was missing?
The photos the Deputy Dozy had taken, his reserve unit was deployed, and I hadn't been able to reach him about the photographs.
What did Jesse McGee say about the cuts in the fence?
Jesse never reported them.
Thank you, Your Honor, that will be all.
The prosecution may cross-examine.
How long have you been a police officer?
47 years.
What are your credentials?
I have a
Objection,
degree in criminal
Yes or no questions
overall. Answer the question.
Objection, Your Honor. It's cross-examination.
Yeah, it's cross.
Have you given any?
Sustained.
Have you given any tickets to Casey Moore?
No.
Were you contacted by Mel Hinnant? Did you respond to the scene immediately once you were called?
Yes.
More questions?
Okay, so both the prosecution and the defense have now rested their cases. The attorneys will now present their final arguments. Prosecution, you may begin. Wes.
Your Honor, members of the jury, my name is Lettis Conti, representing the prosecution side in this case. The evidence shown by the preponderance of the evidence that my client Jesse McGee on March 23rd, 2022, at approximately 8:30 in the morning, Jesse McGee's bull will be involved in an accident including Casey Moore and Mel Hinnant. Mel stated that he was on the way to a biology class he was apparently late for. He said it's normal for him and does not make him rush. Mel's vehicle is a 2017 Chevrolet Tahoe. At the time of the accident, Mel was on State Road 377 near the McGee property. Soon after coming over a crest in the road, he stated the bull was standing there and refused to move even after honking at the bull. Seconds later, Casey Moore slammed into the behind of the truck, causing him to slam into the bull, breaking all 4 of his legs. Mel also stated that State Road 377 is the only way for him to get to school, so their fracture could not have been avoided. Some of the key elements that Casey Moore slammed into Mel's 2017 Chevrolet Tahoe, unfortunately slamming into Pete the Bull, who was standing in the middle of State Road 377. I anticipate this evidence will show that Casey Moore is at fault for not fully acknowledging the road at the time of the accident, causing the chain reaction of damages of an outstanding cost of $15,506.92 for repair cost estimate, as well as all the costs for the Bull. She was not paying attention due to the little children in the car, as well as making business call, as she was rushing out the house to get her children to school. For these reasons, after you have heard all the evidence, at the end of this trial, we will ask you to return a verdict in favor of Jesse McGee. Jury will ask you to find the defendant guilty of not paying attention to the road, causing damages that could have even endangered the children in the vehicle and taking the life of Pete the Bull. Casey Moore is guilty for these charges. Thank you.
Defense, you may proceed with your closing argument.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Thank you for coming here today. My name is Jocelyn Espinal, and I'm part of the defense for this case, representing Casey Moore. In this case before you this week, the district attorney has presented insufficient evidence to convict. We're asking for you to not return a guilty verdict. Many doubts has arisen because of this case. The mere truth that was gathered throughout this trial was that Jesse and Mel were close friends and worked together to bring the Bull's death on helpless Casey Moore. On March 23rd, 2022, a result of both Mel Hennett's and Jesse McGee's carelessness led to an accident happening on Road 377 between Ron Reynolds Road and Country Road, involving a Bull and a couple of cars. Mel Hennett, with his negligence, was speeding and couldn't safely spot the Bull in time. As a result, Mel Hennett braked abruptly, hitting the Bull, causing Casey Moore in the car behind with her young children to act very quickly and brake. In result, crashing to Mr. Hennett's bumper, damaging his car. And we can see in Jesse McGee's testimony that he would be partly to blame for the accident that occurred. Clearly, Sung-Yi, a diligent citizen residing in Bryan County, had a history of being persistent towards alerting Jesse McGee of the broken fences at the Spring Gardens farm, but McGee never paid much attention to it. Sung-Yi even called Jesse McGee a day before the accident and alerted Jesse McGee about a hole in the fence, with his Bull even standing near it. Anyone who concerned for the safety of the animals in the surrounding community would have dealt with it, but Jesse McGee did not, providing an environment for the accident to happen. In the defense's opening statement, we mentioned that we called 3 witnesses to testify. Each witness testifies as explained, and we said the following facts beyond a reasonable doubt. 1, that Mel Hennett did in fact hit the Bull, showing failure, and ability to pay attention to driving. 2, that the fence surrounding the Spring Gardens farm is not properly looked for and is not deemed safe. According to Sung-Yi, who in her testimony claimed that she called dozens of times complaining about the Spring Gardens farm fence being broken, we're stating that something bad like livestock escaping could take place. To further prove that Mel Hennett hit the Bull, we called Sheriff Wesley Rose stand. According to the sheriff, he has some past run-ins with Hennett, highlighting Hennett's bad driving record. Also, in Sheriff Ross' testimony, he stated that the Bull was far enough in a little hill so that the collision could have been avoided, proving that Mel Hennett could have stopped the accident in the first place by being alert while driving and abiding by the speed limit. The prosecution may claim that Casey Moore was tilting Mel Hennett's vehicle, but Casey Moore was indeed paying attention to the road and maintaining a reasonable distance and speeding, being even more cautious with her young children in the car. In her testimony, Ms. Moore claimed that she had both hands on the wheel and her eyes were directly in the road. Also, the prosecution brought up that Sung-Yi might have cut the fence, but Sung-Yi actually did warn about the fence, and there was no proof or evidence according to the sheriff. In addition, let's not overlook the unjust and false allegations cast upon Casey Moore regarding accident. Casey Moore, simply just a hardworking single mother of 3, works diligently every day to provide for her children and tend to their many activities. We were asking you to reject the prosecution theories in this case. In conclusion, we would again like to thank the jury for their time today, and we urge that you find the defendant and his guilty as charged. Thank you.
So, members of the jury, you have heard the testimony concerning this case. It is now up to you to determine the facts. You and you alone are the judges of the fact. Once you decide what facts the evidence proves, you must then apply the law as I give it to you to the facts as you find them. Jesse Saunderson?
Jesse McGee versus Casey Moore.
It says read the law.
No. Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay. In just a moment, the bailiff will take you to the jury room to consider your verdict. One of the first things you will want to do is to select the foreperson. It will be the foreperson's duty to sign the verdict from when you have agreed on a verdict. Whatever verdict you render must be unanimous, which means that each and every person must agree on the same verdict. The bailiff will now escort you to the deliberation room.